Hey everybody, Jason Ellis here, reminding you that if you go to onnit.com/Ellis, it notifies Onnit that you listen to the Jason Ellis Show. And while you're there, you would get a discount on all these awesome products that myself uses on the daily. I've got one of their shirts on right now. They're the most sensational t-shirts man has ever made. Not to mention Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech, New Mood. They got them all, kettlebells. I'm doing workouts now where you can learn how to do it very easy, so you don't have to go to gyms or anything. Nobody gives you a germ. You just get buff. Onnit.com/Ellis. And then, of course, Lean Feast. If you're looking for some meal prep, go to leanfeast.com and use the promo code Ellis when you check out, and you will get 10% off. These meals are a variety of different things. If you're trying to get in shape, you're trying to lose a few pounds, you're sick of eating fast food, this stuff comes to your door. There's many, many locations. If you go to their website, you'll see all the different places they can deliver to your door. And then you'll have your food. You can stick it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and Bob will be your uncle. Leanfeast.com. And then coolvin.com is the insulated bag where it keeps your things cold. And then the top half has a heating pad where you can keep your food hot, or you can heat your food up when you're on the go. You can plug it into the car. It's got 2 different volts, so it goes for house and cars. And if you go to cool-ven.com and then you use, once again, the promo code Ellis, you will get a sweet discount. Yes! My nipples are sharp. My balls totally moving, new and improving. Now can we get back, girl? I got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire. Ready to take shit to the top. Welcome to my show. Did you know that your mom is a... Oi, 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 oi. Welcome to the show. It's great to be back. Podcast. Who calls me, tells me what to do? Nobody. Fuck you. Yeah. Hey, guys.
And that's the entire intro song.
Oh, shit.
Right.
That's right.
You usually do the single version, but
Right.
that was the album cut.
I got to call Scotty in Blasco, get him to make a couple more tunes to go a little longer. Or maybe just repeat. How are you guys?
Really
I haven't
good.
really asked you because we're so professional. We just do radio together. Podcasting. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck yeah. We're in the real thing. You know, if somebody tried to tell me that there's another thing that's coming after this, and I was like, yeah. That'd be fucking right, but I don't believe it.
What, like the Bitcoin of talking into a microphone?
Yeah. There's some like other thing where you talk and you're only invited or something. It's gonna be like this new thing.
Not Clubhouse.
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe.
actually on. I don't want to brag, but I am on Clubhouse.
You're the future of the media.
Clubhouse is a thing where professional people, influencers, people like myself, can go in little chat rooms and just kind of, get away from the fray of the everyday and talk about big picture stuff and blueprints for our future successes together.
I get it. I personally do a lot of deals with a lot of companies. Like, for instance, Liquid Death. Love me. I sell a lot of cans. And I'll tell you what. I sell a lot of cans because I'm a guy that knows what I should be influencing. And influencers know that I should be influencing Liquid Death.
I'll drink to that. So there's a thingy where instead of us, where we're like, hey, everybody, please come check out our show, laugh with us, learn with us, fart with us. There's one that's like, oh, you can only come in if I let you and listen to the show.
Yeah, I totally forgot, you guys. Logan Paul said, he says, you got to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe this show, and on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. I love you guys. I love you guys.
You guys give me boners. YouTube.com/The Jason Ellis Show.
Right,
we got a custom URL. That's right. Although if you're watching this right now, there's a good chance you already know that. Well, what I've noticed...
But still, they might... No, Michael, no. Logan Paul told me that yeah, they're watching you, but they might not have subscribed yet, Michael.
Oh,
so don't
true.
forget to tell them.
Well, and I know because my son watches Fortnite videos every waking second of the day that he's not allowed to play Fortnite, that we're also supposed to tell people that if you like and subscribe, we will give you millions of dollars worth of free prizes. And we're definitely not lying. I know it seems impossible that we could give thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people millions of dollars each. But assuming our listenership is as gullible as, say, an 8 to 9 year old boy, they're totally going to go for it and beg their moms to subscribe to this podcast.
You could get a free T-shirt.
That's true.
That's not a lie.
That's actually true.
You could get a skateboard or some skateboard wheels or some art that we haven't mailed anybody. I give stuff to people. I've got a blanking out board maker guy wants us to sign.
John Hamm.
John Hamm wants us to sign the broken board and send it back his way so that he can, keep it for prosperity or whatever the fuck. But he's also sending more boards, but apparently a wolf knife board to smash in half. So it's going to be like...
Wow, so he's putting effort into things that we're going to immediately destroy.
He's our stunt coordinator,
Okay.
pretty much. He's like the Sluggo of the Jason Ellis show.
Yeah,
Wait,
happy birthday to John Hamm. He's 50.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Happy birthday.
He's 50, and he's...
The wood sender or big dick actor John Hamm?
I assume the guy who sent us the wood also has a massive hog, but actually the actor.
Oh, okay.
This is Chris Hamm, I believe.
Oh, that's weird.
Hamm's custom wood
Do you
products.
see
and
that
cabinets.
Pierce Morgan guy got fired or let go, but he got fired? Do you see that he was like chastising his co-host for having a skirt on that was too high the day that he got let go?
Did you see that if he was on a desert island, he could probably live off the flesh in his own chin for like a week?
Right, he's a bit of a gobbler, isn't he? Who do you think wins in a chin fight? Him or who's the other guy that has the gobble neck he's a Republican?
Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah. Who wins in a neck fight? Because those guys are both some blowfish motherfuckers.
I know. If they did some neck wrestling?
I feel like maybe they're supposed to use that to scare off prey in the jungle, but they live in the city, so like the puffy fish thing doesn't really work.
You could also use it for sumo wrestling. Just arch your necks out and bash them into each other and see who flies out of the circle.
Yeah.
Good luck breaking that guy's chin. It is fully protected by meaty British flesh.
Well, he has his own pub. He has his local pub that he drinks at all the time, so maybe that's why his chin is full like that.
Maybe. I have seen the news about the whole... It's like you can't... This happens to me very often where there's the story that I'm kind of trying my best to avoid it, but you can't avoid it, so I just know little bits and pieces of it. Right, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry sat down with Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, I
and
saw
then,
a bit of it thanks to Instagram and shit.
And then Piers Morgan said some not complimentary things about that, and then he got into a kerfluffle with his co-host on Britain's ITV network over it, and now he's been removed from his post.
But what was?
Well,
and
he
then
walked
he also walked off in
Yeah.
in a disagreement
With the co-host, yeah.
And he claims
okay.
that he quit, right? That's the story. He quit his job.
I don't think anything with him is authentic, and it's all stage managed, and maybe he sort of knew at a certain point, because I noticed, you guys have probably noticed this, well, we've all been talking about things getting canceled and cancel culture for a while, but now I feel like that's like the real white hot buzzword of the outraged right wing is cancel culture.
to try and nullify the fact that you're inappropriate and you lost your job for it.
Yeah, to try to nullify.
Because I'll tell you, the potato thing, okay, maybe. I mean, even though they didn't even change the name, you fucking goofs. But but
Mr. Potato Head, yeah.
Gobbleneck has always been an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I think the only reason I even know enough about it is because Instagram tried to show me, and I bid on it because I was like, wait. Gobbleneck is in trouble? Good. Fuck that guy. I've always hated that guy. I can't lie. That's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, you know what? For 10 years of the show, I've said, that guy's a piece of shit. Like, I've always felt like everything he said, I go, wow, I could not disagree more, you fat bastard. And I remember he was on the Stern Show saying he's the future, and I was like, shut the fuck up. Fucking goof. So, him getting booted. And then, you know, he's always, I remember him bashing funny guy, English guy, kind of chubby tits with the beard.
Ricky Gervais?
Okay, on religion. And I'm not trying to... I don't believe in it, and I think it's fucking crazy when a 55-year-old dude is like schooling Ricky Gervais on the Lord and how he's watching. And, you know, Gervais just pointed out a few things that... And he hated it. You could tell they hate each other. And I was always like, you know what? I really think that guy sucks balls. And a lot like the other guy. Both the Gobbleneck guys. I feel like they could both have like a rattler party, you know what I mean? Just whatever they do together. Fuck, they suck balls. I'm glad they're gone. Sounds
but
like
he's
good
not.
news to me.
I don't think he's gone at all.
He'll have a new show where it'll just be him, right? And then all the people will back it.
To me, him and Simon Cowell are the same thing. Politics is entertainment, particularly commentating on politics on TV or on the internet is just entertainment. And I think Simon Cowell doesn't mind it when you make fun of his hair or his shoes or his man boobs or whatever, because he subscribes to the there's no such thing as bad press. I think Piers Morgan probably figured out a while ago that his bread is buttered on the side of outrage, right wing, anti Mr.
Right.
Potato Head, not my potato head, whatever that camp is, and was pretty much ready for the opportunity to take his stand so that when he left, he didn't go quietly, that he went in the noisiest way possible so that he could go plant his ridiculous flag somewhere else.
Right.
I can't believe we talk about him. I cannot believe he has successfully implanted himself. Like, I can understand how Simon Cowell...
I feel like we were hot for a day when we got fired.
Well, and he was doing like American TV stuff. Wasn't he on America's Got Talent or
he
something?
did have a heyday over here. That's when
Yeah.
he came and told Stern that he's taking over, and I remember thinking, what the fuck are you on, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand how Simon Cowell remained relevant for a really long time. I don't know if he still is, because he was still next to artists that show continued to be hot. They continued to create new artists. I don't understand why anybody has to have an opinion pro or con Piers Morgan. Like, who gives a fuck what that guy has to say?
Yeah, okay. I always felt like the other guy has evolved. You know what I mean? He's tried to stay up with the
Cowell?
times. Yeah, and other fuck is just still...
Yeah.
He's exactly the same as he's always been, which I guess you could respect in a way, but he's always seemed like a pompous asshole.
I just think there's a lot of money to be made. I'm sure there are people who make a lot of money really standing up for what they truly believe, but make no mistake, there are people on both sides of the political divide who are in it for the money, and you can't really go broke going, in my day.
Yeah.
There's a fairly easy paycheck in that if you're willing to be known to the world as a fucking gobble-necked asshole.
Yeah, that's why it's just better to, like, for instance, the internet showed me that thanks to Keith Jardine, the dean of caffeine, showed me a video where there's some kids in Pakistan, I believe, or something like that, where they're tying T-shirts around their heads and having pillow fights in an empty room, and it looked awesome, which was wet, and I was inspired to call you guys and do that, that's not a bad internet interaction.
No, that's the stuff I live for. I don't give every major news story in the day. I don't give a shit about it. I don't care if Mr. Potato Head's dick fell off. I don't care if Dr. Seuss doesn't want to put certain books out anymore. I don't care about gobblenecks. I care about pillow fights. Blindfolded pillow fights.
It sucks that we had to cover that one bit before we get into pillow fights to explain that we're more about pillow fights than that other shit, because it kind of makes me a hypocrite again, but still. We've moved on, and now we're at pillow fights. Hey, man, I really love erections. I'm like super into hot, hard, throbbing boners. And every time I have a hot, throbbing boner, I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Hey, everybody out there, do you like your dick being hard? Do you like sex with an erection? Well, listen to this.
I'm listening. You're speaking my language.
I'm on the fence, but I'm willing to listen.
You're looking to get risky and try having an erection? Go to bluechew.com. Michael?
Yeah, I went to bluechew.com and I found it incredibly easy, incredibly straightforward, and I cannot wait to look in my mailbox and find some high-quality products in discreet packaging that neighbors will never know about all those amazing
about how hard your
boners
cock
I'm
is.
about
That's
to
right.
have.
We're talking about home delivery hard cocks on the regular.
Yep.
Come on.
And there's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Ellis at checkout. You just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code Ellis to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Hey, everybody. Jason Ellis, the Jason Ellis Show, talking about Manscaped, talking to, I believe, out of all people that have any association with Manscaped, who trims more body hair, me or who's the guy that doesn't like touching things?
Howie Mandel.
Yeah, I reckon I shave, and I don't think he's that hairy. Neither am I, but I shave things. I'm talking about stuff that I shave where you can't see it, and I'm pretty sure I don't even have it. I just run blades across it just to make sure. I am the pro of shave. No one's more pro. I have a shiny head. I have shiny balls. My cheeks shine, son. I know everything there is to know about Manscaped. I have 2 of them now. and I spray my balls constantly from a distance. Sometimes I shave up my butt cheeks while I'm spraying my balls.
You're a busy guy.
I'm on the go. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm also going through fire a lot, so I can't catch a fire because I got no fur, no hair. I'm burn free. I have no eyebrows, pretty much.
And if you're listening to this right now, you could be just like Jason, completely manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping with the code Ellis at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code Ellis. Say aloha to your new beautiful balls with Manscaped.
I even shaved my toe. I have a little hair on my big toe. I shave it. Thank you. I believe Ellis Mania in the summer, having a fight with Lewis sounds like an exciting thing, but Ellis Mania has new fights, and it's been a while since we've had a new fight where I'm like, this is a new fight that stays at Ellis Mania every year. And I think this one, we just tried one time. We put our pajamas on and we blindfolded ourselves, and we went up to the Tiger Wolf dojo and cracked each other. And one, I can tell you, way less painful than blindfolded boxing.
That is true.
Way less anxious when you're not being electrocuted with a dog collar. So I feel like this is a real, hey, fans that don't really want to die but still want to be a part of Ellis Mania, this could be a fight for you.
Agreed.
Yeah, and this is an episode for anybody who's listening audio only. This is one of those times where you definitely want to go to youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show.
Like and subscribe. We love you.
Because not only did we have a pillow fight, but we filmed it, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then dogs attacked us, and then I think Kevin tried to bash my dog because he thought it was Tully.
I was just swinging
really not
wildly.
cool. I mean, if you're losing a pillow fight, just take it like a man.
Peter asked me to retweet something the other day. I didn't do it. And now I think it was a good move because I don't want to be on their radar when I've got fucking dog basher over here.
That's true. I got a little too angry and my inner Michael Vick came out.
At least Michael Vick only had them fighting other dogs.
I can't even. Why am I laughing? You fucking asshole. But yeah.
We are just blindfolded, swinging wildly, and I hear barking.
Yeah, which Tully does a lot, so I can see how you could get that muddled up.
It got confusing for me.
He's always inviting me to the dog pound. I know that.
Yeah.
Row, 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 he calls me sometimes. Let's go, Ellis. So row, row,
I'm watching vintage episodes of Arsenio Hall.
I felt something brush against my leg, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's Burger. I was like, time out, while I'm getting bashed in the back of the head.
Right. Yeah, because I watched the videos of the guys that were doing it, and they were doing a lot of lying on the ground stuff, which was funny. But I also thought, I don't know, I don't have time for this shit. I'm just going to stand up and keep whipping it at people. I just seem to miss everybody.
Yeah, I was definitely went into that with a defensive strategy because that was the only thing I knew. I haven't seen the video that you saw that Keith Jardine sent you. You just said that people would kind of stay low, and
they'd stand up and throw a giant one, and then as the bag came down, they'd go down with it and stay down after it.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like you have to open yourself up to throw a strike, and then you try to get back into a defensive position as close as possible. So I did more of a turtle thing.
And I also think from watching their videos, they were really running on making it a silent room, so that you could hear the other person's footsteps. Even when they had socks on carpet, they could still hear the person getting closer. So a lot of times they spent just crouching and not doing anything. All three of us were just swinging the whole time. So there was never... every now and then I go, wow, somebody got hit really hard. Or I go, wow, that one almost hit me really hard, because you'd feel the wind.
Yeah, that was great. That was almost my favorite part was when I felt so clever anytime I felt wind go right over my head. I'm very good at pillow fighting.
I felt very, very stupid when a very thick, heavy pillow bashed me square in the nose, and I flew backwards into a second pillow that bashed me back into the direction I came from.
Yeah, so we got to make sure we edit that video. I need to see that.
In a lot of ways, losing a pillow fight is winning a pillow fight.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Right? Wasn't that bad? Out of all the
it.
fights that we do, that was easily the most pleasant, afterwards feeling.
And I was also very happy to see that when we finished and I looked up trying to catch my breath, that you two gentlemen were also doing the same. I didn't feel like the giant pussy this time.
Oh, you worried about your cardiovascular?
Well, no, because the last time we were in the Tiger
you almost
dojo,
died from being tackled by Michael Tully, the jiu-jitsu maniac.
Yeah, I almost got...
The Manaconda.
I almost got asthma as a 38-year-old man.
Yeah, but you didn't get it today?
Well, no, I got winded, but I looked up and I saw you guys were also winded. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Did you need a water, or did you need to go outside, take your clothes off? Because remember, you took your clothes off last
I did
time.
get naked, yeah. But
Yeah, you had like the bath salts reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
you
I
looked like
looked
you
up.
were going to eat me.
You went fucking Coney 2012.
I saw you guys we were all three of us were on the same level, and that was comforting. I was like, oh, I don't feel like a giant pussy.
Okay.
I think like real fighting, you hold your breath. That's something, if we were to try to go professional in pillow fighting, we'd have to learn how to keep breathing while we were fighting.
I was going to say, definitely when you're blindfolded and you know someone can land a full punch on your face, it's harder to relax. I feel like somebody said to Alan Joban said to me on G'day MMA that when he saw my blindfolded boxing and the Lake Havasu, he was like, that is like the best fighting technique I've ever seen when it comes to like being blind. Of course you would throw and then duck with your hands up. It's virtually impossible to get hit. That's the only compliment I've ever got from Ellen Joban about fighting, because I feel like I really do better if I'm blind. But I think it's from doing so many blindfolded boxing fights that you start to think about what would be the best technique instead of going, oh my God, now I'm getting electrocuted and I'm fighting. Like I really thought about this time. I was like, how do I get, mainly because Lewis was there and I was like, I don't want to lose to him. I have to beat him before anybody else gets off this island.
Yes.
So I think I was I feel like if there was 4 people that did it that way, it'd be a really cool fight.
It definitely simplifies things.
If all 4 had practiced in the art of blindfolded boxing.
Why don't you've had real fighters do silly fights. Why
I
don't you
know,
have
right?
Real fighters do
we did a blindfolded
fight?
one. Remember, Kit and I were blindfolded, and he landed a 2-piece on me that was the best blindfolded punch. Uppercut and a left hook right on the chin, right on the side of the face, both shots.
Wow.
And it was one of those ones
it's almost
where
like he's a no good cheater.
It was. No, this one was totally fair because it was one of those ones where I pivoted and turned around, and right as I turned around, he threw that. So I put my face where, like, if I had just not turned, that was not going to happen to me. You don't remember that? I thought it was such a good shot. It knocked me down too.
So many Ellis Mania fights. You're talking about what, 20 times 10?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And there was also a handful of them that I was on drugs for.
Really?
You were?
Yeah.
What drugs did you do?
Yeah, the little Molly.
Really?
Wait, you were Molly fighting?
No, watching them.
Oh.
That's why I can't keep them all straight.
Wait, you did?
I was announcing them and I can't keep them straight.
You were. How many times did you do Molly at Ellis Mania?
Yeah, a couple.
It was like a regular thing.
Not regular. Even just
Did
with
you
a straight
bring it?
head. Yeah.
Thanks for offering, bro.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I brought enough for me.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Thanks
Go-
for doubling down on the insult.
Go team.
Well, I should point out, I noticed you guys didn't bring me any either.
Yeah, but I also didn't bring me any.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. I just remembered. I also did not do Molly every time I had an Ellis Mania. What the fuck?
I actually scared a fan off. I talked about this recently on my show. But some guy came up. He's like, "Oh man, it's so fucking cool to meet you. Can I get a picture, bro?" And I must have just been all Hunter S. Thompson'd out because I was like an inch from his face, going, "Hey, you want to get a picture? Yeah, come on, let's go get a picture over there. Hey, what's your favorite bit on the show?" And I just saw the horror like spread in his eyes, and he just was like, and backed away and just walked off.
Come to Ellis Mania, meet all the guys from the show, and wish you hadn't.
That's so possible. I feel like I've done that for sure.
We've definitely all had that moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey everybody, Jason Ellis here with the boys of the Jason Ellis Show, and we're talking about a great company that at adamandeve.com where you can get yourself all kinds of things. For me, dildos, bit of a specialist. On the streets, they call me Dildo Baggins because I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to those things. I like to put them everywhere, and sometimes my cats play with them, so I'm very busy with this stuff. Michael, you understand?
Of course I do. You are a sex-positive hobbit. I've always said that on your behalf. And now our listeners can get into the dildo game themselves, or...
You too can be Dildo Baggins.
Or you can get literally anything else you might be looking for to spice up your life in the bedroom. Enter offer code ELLIS at checkout at adamandeve.com and get 10 10 tantalizing free gifts, a sexy item for him, a special gift for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. That plus 6 free spicy movies.
All I hear is 10 dildos, Michael. But go ahead. Go ahead.
All those dildos and free shipping to boot. That's Ellis, ELLIS. Offer code Ellis at checkout at adamandeve.com.
Hey, fans of this show over the age of 21, I'm going to tell you about YoKratom, the home of the $60 kilo. How much? $60 for what? A full kilo. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I've had it delivered to my house, and it is a lot. It lasts and lasts and lasts, and it is the real deal, top quality stuff. We at the JSL show, thanks YoKratom for sponsoring us. Don't forget the $60 kilo, and it's the most high quality good stuff. Don't go to gas stations and get the jank. Go to YoKratom.com and get it delivered to your house. These guys are the biggest kratom wholesalers and they created YoKratom so that you can buy directly at incredible prices. I do have it. There's 3 different kinds.
There's 4.
Oh, wait, I haven't done a 4th one?
Bring it to me.
Yeah, give me it. What's the name of this kratom?
I require a kilo.
One last time, YoKratom.com, home of the $60 kilo.
So you said the original pillow fighting video you saw may have been from Pakistan. It sounds like a lot of interesting things are going down there these days. I'm sure people, Jason, have also sent you links to these news stories about a new police officer brigade.
Oh, the rollerbladers?
Patrolling the streets down there. Yep,
yeah.
Rollerblading cops. Their time has come. 10 men and 10 women. This sounds like a series that would have been on Fox in the early days.
It sounds
alongside
like
21 Jump Street.
Yeah, I know, right? It sounds like the TV show that I was in when I was like 13, the Henderson Kids. Like,
yeah, Roller Cups.
Yeah, Roller Cups. To me, as soon as I saw
Let's
that,
roll.
I just wanted to commit crimes again. Well, not again. Commit like crimes against them and have like some sort of skateboard criminal war against the rollerblading police.
I understand. No, not commit crimes against the defenseless public.
No.
Commit crimes against the police.
Directly against the Indian rollerblade police. Like sometimes they're there getting like a fucking frappuccino with their rollerblades talking to their partner.
Or who knows, upholding the law.
Probably not, but sure. If you say so. Fucking right. How the fuck do you uphold anything if you're on rollerblades? You can't uphold your dignity. You're not upholding the law.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure some of them can't uphold themselves.
But if you could bomb past them and just like slap a frappuccino into their face as you go skating by and be like, fucking skate or die, bitches. And then
Slappuccino, hashtag.
They're like, wee-oo. And you're like, fucking good luck.
And they very quickly take out their siren, put it on top of their head.
What do they got? They got like little bat things, or do they have guns?
They pull a string and their Jenkos unfurl.
Maybe they have like lassos and they try to lasso you as they rollerblade by.
Yeah, they all hold onto the same string and pull each other along, and they can sort of whip the guy in the back toward you.
That's right. They use police rope to get you.
Yeah, they just the fat cop in the back just weeble wobbling on the skates. They just slingshot him at you like a projectile.
No, they have those little. They have the little strips to stop cars. They have individual ones on their belt, and they throw it in front of your skateboard. And if you're pro, you ollie it, and you go suck a butt.
So I'm picturing like a Paul Blart chase scene here, where like you grind a handrail or something, and then they follow and they like do a grab and land on the rail. And
no, that's what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning first committing a crime, then them coming after me and me like taking off around a corner, and then instead of waiting there, and then as they come by, put my foot out and make two of them eat shit. And then I jump on my board again, skate. Then there's like 4 more coming after me. Wheel, you don't stop. And he fucking just do certain things that forces them to do the same. But let's be serious. 11 police officers in India that are rollerblading police versus how great of a skateboarder I am. You got to be fucking joking me. I will destroy you. Yeah, I think I could kill all 11 of those police if I was like what kind of crime would I do? I don't want to. I mean, maybe. I think I would steal like some milk, and then like later on when I got out of jail, I would give that lady the milk back. I'm assuming it's a lady. I don't know why.
What if they were just
the
pissed
milk
off
will
at you
probably
for...
be no good by then.
Right?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What if they were just pissed at you for
Here's your milk
skating?
bag.
What's it about the milk, Michael? What?
What if they were just like pissed at you for skating? Like you just
that's okay. Well, then that's see, because you can't. I don't want to get into an actual, because if it's like you can't skate here, and I'm like, fuck off, rollerbladers. No one tells me in rollerblades what to do.
No, they don't even go to there. They're just like, you are in violation of the law. Halt! And then they just start chasing you. And you're like, oh fuck! And then you peace out. And then,
Okay. Well, it's a pretty shit crime, but sure, I'll take it. I guess that's probably better than I didn't have to steal anybody's shit.
or murder anyone.
I wasn't murdering anybody. I just stole the lady's milk. I said I was going to give the money back later. But yeah, I would, if you're like, stop, no skateboarding here. And I go, fuck off. And then they're like, wee-oo, wee-oo, and they hit the rollerblade lights.
You can't
and
say
come
that.
after me. That would be a sweet chase. I would really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even if they got a hold of me and they're on the blades and I'm on a skateboard,
Yeah.
I could take them out.
Yeah, you're not done. You're still in the game.
Yeah,
you
like
could
you haven't
pitch-
won yet.
You could pitch a Bollywood sequel to Paul Blart Mall Cop. You know, sometimes they make a sequel to movies, but the star won't be in it.
Yeah,
So they just have the other guy. You could just go be in a mall in Pakistan, skateboarding everywhere.
Tall fart.
Tall fart, ball cop.
Tall fart ball cop. That's fucking sweet, right? And then it's just these 10 rollerblade cops that run the mall.
With sirens on their heads.
And I just fuck with them the whole show.
Yeah, you didn't die in the first Paul Blart,
Nah,
right?
I just exploded, but then it shows me get taken to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
I
that-
escape.
Yes.
And then I moved to India
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
and changed my name to Tall Fart. Just to blend in, you know?
Yeah, Rick Thorne busts you out.
Oh, wait, Rick Thorne's... Okay, so...
Yeah,
me and
he ties chains to the bars of your
Oh,
cell
nice.
and he rides
a
his bike
BMXer
away.
and a skateboarder fight off rollerbladers at a mall.
Oh my
Wait, we
God.
need Twitch in there. We need a freestyle moto guy.
And
Yeah.
then it'll be the most extreme movie ever.
And then
Oh,
we
and
need
then
a
it could be like,
we should get a surfer. I don't know how he's gonna surf anybody.
He might
land
not have a
surfing.
lot to do in the movie.
He just carries around his board going,
just-
over there, tall fart.
He just hits
Look out, Tall Fart!
has
The
the
roller
nose-
cop.
What are that?
seam
Oh
on his
no,
nose.
I've got it. It's got one of those man-made waves at the mall,
Oh, perfect.
so he's always shredding it.
Because it could be like an Ocean's 11 type heist, where you guys are just like
yeah, you guys are gonna do a big heist in a Build-A-Bear.
yes.
We're gonna rob Build-A-Bear, the
all their
main
fluff.
Build-A-Bear of India, which is worth a lot of money. You guys probably didn't realize that, but it's worth a lot. And yeah, the mall, it's the biggest mall in India. It has surfing, skateboarding, BMX, all that shit. And of course, high fashion, you know. All
Yeah,
that
and it's
stuff.
policed by an elite squad of 10 men and 10 women, all on rollerblades.
That's right. And they're all armed and dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
but apparently these bad boys that have come over from America to rob the biggest Build-A-Bear in India, they came prepared.
Yeah.
Notice there's nobody who's parkouring on our show this time.
No, I think
They're not-
the role of the incredibly lame action sport will be played by the rollerblade cops
Thank
this time.
you. Thank you.
Or their like captain could be a parkour captain.
Ooh. So there's like one final chase where
Yeah,
the
but
guy loses
one of his blades breaks, but he's not done forging his shit.
you go, oh, his blade breaks. And I kick my skate up. Tolfa kicks his skateboard up and goes, your blade breaks. And then he kicks off his blades and comes running over and does some fucking somersault, grabs onto a rail and slides down on his nuts and goes, think again.
Yeah.
And then it's back on.
All of a sudden, he has a French Canadian accent, and it's on.
I don't want to have, I got to stay away from accents. I feel like that one gets you in trouble.
Yeah. Well, that'll be a great movie.
Yeah, I can't wait to be huge again.
Let me see. What are we doing here today?
We're interviewing somebody in a minute.
We are.
That's going to be huge.
And Kevin, do you have something for us?
I do. If
Oh,
we have
boy.
time, I have a friend that wants to talk to you guys.
Do we have time?
Is your friend a friend of mine? We have time.
Yeah,
Well,
we
then-
have 30 minutes.
I like
Oh.
Friends. Does he have an intro?
He does, yeah.
This is all my fault then. That sucked. I was like, come on, guys. Now, I don't know anything.
Hey, Kevin, you put this story in the news doc of the guy who built the guitar out of his dead uncle's skeleton.
Yeah.
It's not real.
It's not?
No, but it should be. This guy is like a little bit of a local performance artist. He calls himself Prince Midnight now, but he also, I think he's a guy of Greek extraction, but he lives in Florida. But here's the thing. So he made this video, and
So
it kind of
Guitar World deceived me?
yes. Well,
Scumbags.
Guitar World was themselves deceived. This guy, I
gotcha.
forget. He's done other pranks before that Floridians might be familiar with, but it is a really good idea. Why is there no death metal band that has stuck a neck on a human skeleton and made a guitar out of it?
Might be illegal.
Pussies. You
For
should
real.
definitely play a dead person.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dead.
Yeah, your guitar's not metal if you're not.
What about scale it down and play a dog guitar?
Are you having a good day? Well, I'm about to ruin it. This is Droopy's bad news. Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, g'day, Droopy.
You know what? I'm not in the mood.
Whoa.
Well, that's too bad, Michael.
I'm having a really nice day, and I've never really known how to tell you this, but you're a little bit of a downer.
Okay, well, prepare for this then.
You make me feel better about myself, Droopy. You're not all bad.
I'll take it. You know what?
What?
People on social media are always trying new tricks to gain more followers and more likes so they can become influencers and such.
That's huge.
But the road to Easy Street can sometimes be a bumpy ride.
I love it when wannabe influencers die.
Take, for instance, a
It's a button.
60-year-old Russian man who tried to wow viewers on his live stream, who were giving him donations and egging him on as he chugged a 1.5-liter bottle of vodka.
1.5 liters. Feel like if you're not... I know that if you're a crazy alcoholic, you could probably do it, but that means you're going to die soon anyway. But if you're not a guy that drinks that every day, then you could die from drinking that right there, right then.
Well, after he finished the bottle, the man collapsed, and the live stream continued as he died.
Oh.
It's too much vodka for that man.
Well, he was older, right?
He was 60, yes.
I
You
mean,
think that would be enough years of drinking to prepare him for that?
Or that you're too old to be drinking that.
Or you're too old to be trying to become an influencer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that too. Well, in other news, these influencers aren't always what they seem.
Uh-oh.
What?
An Instagram influencer in Moldova got into an argument with her mom after she was accused of taking drugs. The mom felt that things had gotten so out of control, she arranged for her daughter to go to a treatment facility. So the influencer daughter responded by repeatedly stabbing her and then carved out her heart and lungs. The mom died, by the way.
Carved out her heart and lungs.
Yes.
What is the drug? What is the thing that happens to people when they pull other people's organs out and they're not doctors?
Withdrawal? Haha! I didn't even mean that, but
Man, come on.
Well, maybe
that's for me.
Maybe the daughter was just a butthole.
Okay, just gonna throw something outside of the box here. Just how bad is doing drugs? If the alternative is having your heart cut out, like some people do, like if you took Lemmy's drugs away,
Yeah.
and he carved your heart out,
Yeah.
wouldn't you say maybe I should have just let Lemmy keep doing the drugs?
Like how far?
How bad was that?
How far does the hand have to go inside your body before you decide?
Okay.
that they should have some drugs.
Let me buy you some drugs.
Right?
Yeah.
That is a good point. Like the first time you stab me,
Yeah.
I'm probably like, wait, let me rethink the whole you can have drugs thing. How about you have some drugs and then I go call the authorities while you do the drugs unstabbed?
Yeah. Or how about we stop hanging out and you keep doing drugs and I'm done here.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Because I'm fairly attached to this heart.
Yeah, definitely organs getting pulled out of me is that. I don't know what kind of friendship that I don't want to be a part of that.
That chick's going to be the Moldovan Bahad Bahabi.
That's
Man,
true.
you see that Bahad baby, another wannabe Bahad, they're just calling her that, who got in trouble for attacking an Uber driver.
Is she the one who's like,
Took
fuck
her
that,
mask
I'll
off.
just take Lyft? And then Lyft said she can't take Lyft either? Or is that some other
I don't know.
wannabe Bahad Bahabi?
It's hard to keep up, but she threw her mask off and her and her friend spat on the driver, and then she reached over and grabbed the dude's phone And then he got it back. She threw it at him and was like, I don't give a fuck. You need to drop us off somewhere. Don't leave us out here. And then she did some video talking about, oh, you motherfuckers don't know shit. And my boyfriend raised me, which is really crazy shit. My boyfriend taught me that if anybody doesn't disrespect you, you need to fucking smack them. So I was like, well, that's sad that your only advice that you've got in your life is from some tweaker boyfriend that told you should punch everybody if you get into a disagreement, because that's not really how the world works. But apparently she has been banned from all lifts. But then I thought, she'll just go with her friend.
She sounds like a butthole, too.
Yeah, she'll be bad behavior of the bus.
I hate all these babies.
Yeah. Oh, some babies are okay. I got to
Not
assume there's a couple of babies.
bad ones.
Yeah, yes, fair enough, Droopy.
You know what?
Why do you say what like that?
What, dog?
Yeah, what?
What?
I'm sure you've heard that a lot of the country in the past month or so has been getting pounded by snowstorms.
Yeah.
So one man in New Jersey ended up getting his car stuck in a snowbank after he veered off of the road, and police arrived on the scene, and the man was pressing on the gas pedal trying to rock back and forth to free the car.
Yeah.
The police knocked on the window and told the man to stop that, and they advised him to turn the car off and wait for assistance. As the officers walked back to their patrol car to radio for a tow truck, they heard a loud pop. The man had ignored their advice and resumed revving his engine, which caused the car to burst into flames and cooked him to a crisp. He died.
Let that be a lesson to you.
You have to listen to the police, even when they're on rollerblades.
That's a tough question. Do I explode in a car or take a rollerblader's advice? I don't know if I could. I don't know. I mean, I love life. But is that a predicament?
Might be time to explode.
I guess I could live another day and just like hide from civilization and never face another human being again, because I obviously can't look at myself after knowing that I took a rollerblader's advice.
Yeah, you've lost face.
I can't face myself, yeah.
I don't understand why his car exploded because he was trying to drive in snow.
And why are you into crunk music, Droopy?
Crunk music?
Yeah. Why do you say what? Like you're in crunk music. Is crunk music still a music?
I don't know what that is.
I feel like you do when you keep saying what like that. You sure you're not into crunk music, Droopy?
I'm very sure that I don't like crunk music.
Is crunk music still can you crunk? Or
I know Lil Jon enjoyed some more success, but I think he had managed to transcend crunk at that point.
Is he the only crunk guy, or is there other crunkers, or is that's just his crunk?
He was the face of crunk, I believe.
It's not Krug.
Crunk.
Crunk. Yeah.
Crunk.
And now you're talking about Kronkowski. He's got his own thing as well.
That's Gronk.
Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Right.
Crunk.
Well, Crunk and Gronk, very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if both of those have Gronked together.
I know that Crunk and Gronk have a mutual friend. So
Right, makes sense. So you're saying that the dingo has once Crunked and Gronked probably on the same stage.
Yeah, exactly.
But is Crunk not Gronk anymore, we're crunk music.
Yeah.
Is that trap music?
Well,
this is for all the people that now started watching the show that might have caught me on Logan Paul's show that are now going to stop watching this show because of how stupid I am. I know that it's not really that, but I just want to point out that crunk is stupid, and so is trap.
Well, crunk, I thought, was
my opinion.
Somebody saying the best part of rap is when they're not rapping, when they're just yelling the same thing over and over and over.
Oh.
So let's just make songs where we yell one thing over and over.
Well, they
and
still
then
do that.
Yell a different thing over and over, and then yell a third thing over and over, and then just go back to yelling the first thing and never actually really do.
Oh, so if you do
verse.
any rhymes in the middle, then it immediately decrunks it.
Like Get Low, for example, I don't really think had verses.
Are you sure I didn't have one verse in there?
No.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Crunk was a lot of yelling slogans, I thought.
It was hard for me to get from to the end of a crunk song. Like the first kind of few beats, I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. I gotta go.
Crunk had
No offense.
a little bit of a warm spot in my heart. First of all, because Get Low to me was like the most edited song I think I ever heard on the radio. It was amazing to me that you could have a song where there was like a full 8 consecutive seconds of the chorus that were non-existent, and they still played it on the radio. Also,
hell of a beat.
Lil Jon's a fucking sweetheart, and the first time I met him, that song was just getting big, so he was outside of Radio City Music Hall for like the MTV VMAs or something, but he could still walk around and people wouldn't stop him. But I recognized him because I was in radio, and I was like, "You're Lil Jon," and he's like, "I am," and I was like, "Can I interview?" He's like, "Sure," and I'm like, "Let me just get my little thingy out here," and he's like, "No problem, take your time," and I was like, "Okay, so we're here with Lil Jon." He's like, "Okay." I was like, "You I like."
Yeah. Anybody who's good friends with Dingo is a good friend of mine. That's how I see that one. Which is tough sometimes.
I was standing next to Lil Jon when Travis Pastrana landed the double backflip. We were like the 2 closest human beings on Earth. He sort of a little bit deserved to be there. I don't know how I got there.
You deserve to be there. You were working
for
the Extreme Channel
It's true.
Faction with Tony Hawk.
Yes.
It was called Faction with Tony Hawk then. He just never brought it up. Do you know that? Because I got a contract that said it's now called Faction with Jason Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I was notified that it's called Faction with Tony Hawk. And I'm like, he never said that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, still, look, I'll show you like old printouts of what the channel was called. I'm like, oh, wow, you fucking really did do that. And he just never hopped on it. And I remember because it was such a nightmare to get it that I hopped on it all the time. I made sure that DJs said it. Fun times. Anyway, Droopy.
So a new term might need to be coined to describe this event that recently took place in Italy. A coffin avalanche, if you will. So, coastal erosion caused a landslide that occurred on the cliffside village near Genoa in Italy.
Oh, no.
Genoa. Those are the salami people.
Great salami.
I love salami.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it took just about an entire graveyard with it that swept hundreds of coffins into the sea.
It's pretty metal.
Yeah.
Did they come out, like, as it was falling, did they, like, come out of the coffins into the water? Or was there, like, skeletons in DC?
Italian social media was flooded with pictures of the event that showcased open and destroyed coffins floating in the sea.
Was there coffins floating in the sea?
Yes, there were.
That's bad. That's so metal.
Yeah.
If you're a smart man, you immediately get down there in a dinghy and you do a metal music video. Like,
throw the black and white paint on your face and grab your skeleton guitar and start shredding.
Or if you're really metal, you get out there in a Speedo and you get a friend with a GoPro and you do the song Swimming in Coffin Fish.
Yeah. Do you have anything to stop this coffin?
Oh, man. Oh, man. So many angles the show covers. What the fuck?
Workers were only able to recover about a dozen of the coffins and bodies out of the over 200 that went into the sea. And now they're going to have to do DNA testing on the corpses to help identify them to put them back.
Can't they just live in the sea now?
Well, if they have living relatives, they probably don't want them getting all soggy.
But they're
Let them go.
dead.
Yeah.
I feel like they went into the sea. It's natural. Maybe the fish will eat some bones or something. And how many people? How many people get the? How many people get the ashes thrown into the sea
On purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. Good point, Michael. Because they get returned back to the earth.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
a second free awesome funeral, you whiner.
I know, right? Like now he goes to another new place.
Yeah.
At one point he was bored shitless in a fucking box in the dirt.
Come
Now
on,
he's
man.
like, whoa, we're going down a ride. Yay!
Things are
They're
much
in the
better
sea.
where it is wetter.
Yeah, he's probably met Nemo several times. Sky's the limit for a dead fish, man. Maybe you could be on Pirates of the Caribbean. Like maybe when you go to the sea and you're dead, you show up on a fucking boat half live with like Medusa hair and shit.
That's right. Maybe you could be the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yo ho ho ho! We made the pirate dead man life for me.
Yeah,
Better
that's
than
not a bad afterlife.
Honestly, out of all of the things you could do with my remains when I die, being put in a box and being stuck in the ground is, I think, last on my list of the things I would choose.
Me too.
Yeah, I want to be turned into a urinal.
What? Like the action? You mean the drain, or
Yeah, hell, I'll pee on you right now.
you mean just you're in the urinal and we all piss on you until you rot to death?
Yes,
Oh, that's
piss me out of existence.
Done, dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather be on a boat on fire into the sea.
To each their own.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in the world, an argument broke out between two strangers passing in the night in Scotland when things got a little bit aggressive. It's unclear how things started, but the temperature rose between James Mackenzie and Bethany Ryan when James then approached her with a clenched fist. So Bethany responded by pushing him down and kissing him.
That's new.
And while she was kissing him,
Got herpes.
This is how the Scots mate.
she bit off his tongue and spit it on the floor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
And
It's
then-
all coming back to me now.
And then to add insult to injury, a seagull then swooped in and flew off with the severed tongue.
I think that means they're married now in Scotland.
One time I made out with an incredibly old lady at a party in
How old?
Florida. And it was like we were talking for like 5 seconds and then we just started making out. But she didn't eat my tongue.
How old was she?
60.
Did her mouth feel different because of her age?
Yeah, it felt like it didn't. It felt like it wasn't a good idea for her to have eggs that weren't totally cooked.
Like it didn't totally seal anymore, her
Yeah,
mouth?
Yeah.
Right.
Her pussy was all right, though.
Well, Jason, you know what?
Did you ever 69 with someone who's 69?
Oh, man, that's my shit right there. I can't wait to... That's such a good conversation piece right there. Hey, say it. If you haven't 69. I gotta tell you, you haven't lived until you have. All right. Moving along. You think you're sad, Droopy. Match that. My wife's listening to this story. Match that.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
A couple were driving home on an interstate in Florida when a couch flew off the truck in front of them and landed in their lane.
Whoa.
The woman who was driving the car swerved and luckily missed striking the couch.
But
then she crashed into the median and flipped the car over.
yeah, should have hit the couch, you dumbass.
Yep. The couple were taken to a local hospital and treated for their injuries. And, well, they're actually going to be fine.
Oh, that's confusing
They're
as
going
hell.
to be fine?
Well, just then a trooper showed up to the hospital and gave them a ticket for failing to stay in a single lane.
That's not true, is it?
A highway patrol spokesman commented on the incident, saying that troopers have discretion when issuing citations and drivers are supposed to maintain control of their vehicles. So yes, next time an object falls in your lane on a highway, you should probably just crash into it.
I feel like, to me, when there's ever something that is gonna be in front of the car and hit me, I always look behind me, because option B is if there is nobody on either side, you can jolt left or right depending on what's available to not plow into the thing that is coming at you. I feel like there's also a point of no return where you know that if you move out of the way of it, you're moving out of the way by spinning out of control, which takes away the reason that you would fucking jerk out of the way. Like, you got to take it. You got to take the hit, depending on how fast you're going. It's a weird thing to see a couch and go, oh no, but still have it, like, to just throw your car out of control to get out of the way. I don't, even if it was a parked car, you know, you got seatbelts, you got airbags. I know it's not the best thing, but man, just, oh my God, and just doing a frantic turn, that's almost slightly suicidal. Like, how many times is it? Can you do like 50 mile an hour and just jerk your car on the freeway like that? Like, you're gonna kill yourself.
You're assuming rational responses. I could easily imagine myself doing something similar.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. I mean, I've had so many crashes and shit that I made a mental note. You know, like one time my grandfather had this real little car that my dad bought him because my dad didn't really like my granddad. I don't know exactly why, really, but this is when my granddad became a cross-dresser, so he dressed like a lady. And then my dad bought him this weird little car that was like a mini, but small, like a Fiat. But it might have even been it was before Fiats were out, those little cars. One time I remember driving it, and I put my butt halfway up the back of the seat so that I could drive with my head out of the roof. That's how small it was. But, what was I saying?
Spinning out of the way of an accident?
Oh, yeah. So I borrowed my grandfather's little car with my friend to go somewhere. And we were driving on... Australia didn't really have freeways. It was more of just 2 lanes on either side. And we were going down the road, and somebody locked up the brakes in front of me. And I looked behind me, and there was cars on the other side of me, and traffic coming the other way. So I was like, fuck. And I just slammed on the brakes and stopped just before I hit the car in front of me. And then this dude behind me just fucking rails me into the other car. So I get in a pile up in a buggy that was already. I can't believe we lived. Smashed the thing even smaller into what it was. And this is back when you didn't have cell phones. I had to go to a payphone and call my father and say, hey, crashed granddad's car. And he flipped out on me. And I remember thinking, I even said to him, like, I had to, driving talk. I was like, hey, as the car slowed down, I looked in the revision mirror, because this is a thing in my life where I should have done that. Like, my father would have been like, what the fuck were you thinking? How do you not change lanes and get out of the way? Like, I'm supposed to be some sort of fucking marvelous driver.
Yes.
And I remember going, he didn't believe me when I said that I looked in the revision mirror to see if there was a car on the other side. He's like, you didn't look there. You just fucking smashed into the back of it. You let the guy smash into you. And I'm like, no, like, not are you okay at all?
Yeah.
When I think about now, if my son was 17 and he smashed in a Fiat and said he was in a double ender and not one. I mean, I guess if I was hurt, I probably wouldn't have been calling. So I guess he has that.
Still, but to question their technique is not the first place that you go.
That's what's making me realize that my original point is fucking stupid and invalid. Because
if I called my dad, the assumption would be that I had panicked like he would have.
Right. Yeah, I remember getting bashed and trying to argue. I remember thinking, no, I have a legitimate argument here.
Yeah.
The car hit me and cars were coming the other way.
It's actually not my fault I got hit by a car.
Yeah. Man, I was trying. I remember thinking I might be wrong. Fucking hell. Sorry, Droopy.
Oh, that's okay. You know what? A woman in North Carolina was looking for more information about her biological family. She was adopted at birth.
Yeah.
And she turned to a DNA testing site.
Yeah.
Many people have taken those.
Yeah.
Did that?
We did that.
That's true.
I'm a Neanderthal.
That is also true, yes. Many people use those to learn more about their background and bloodline, and often, like you, Jason, get surprised by the results.
I'm a Neanderthal who's 3% Asian. I forgot which west or east one it is.
Yep. It turns out Droopy's mom was a bitch.
I don't like to talk about that, but yes, it's true.
Fair. Means different things in the dog world.
But nothing could prepare this woman for what she learned. Her biological father is actually wanted by the FBI for murdering his entire family more than 40 years ago.
That's not her fault.
No.
And it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like if a guy's being inappropriate, you be like, hey, my father murdered a lot of people.
Yeah.
I have murderer blood.
So his dad hated the rest of the family, merely didn't want her. That makes her the favorite.
She escaped, yes.
I didn't even, yeah, he killed everybody else, yeah. He didn't mind you.
Yeah, you're daddy's little princess.
Pretty much. Daddy's little murder princess.
So in 1976, her father, William Bradford Bishop Jr.
It's a lot of names for a murderer.
Yeah, they usually tack on a couple extras when you get notorious like that.
Oh, okay.
So William Bradford Bishop Jr. bludgeoned his wife, mother, and 3 sons to death, buried them in a shallow grave, and set them on fire.
Wait,
Overkill?
Yeah. What? The fire bit is my only beef here.
He's very efficient.
He's efficient.
Yes.
Oh, so you put him in the... I guess if you bury people that are dead, it takes longer for the meat to go away. If you set fire to them, then I guess that makes less of the bodies, so it's easier to bury?
Well, you said it's a shallow grave, right?
That's correct. It did say that it was a shallow grave.
Did he have any neighbors?
You
think you'd see your neighbor doing that, right?
He could have done it in the nighttime and snuck out with their bodies. He did travel to bury and burn the bodies. So he didn't exactly do it in his backyard.
Oh, okay.
But the man was never caught. And if he's still alive today, he would be 84 years old.
He's for sure alive.
I think we could take him.
Keep an eye out for him.
Yeah. If I was her, I would definitely not go to on a vacation with your friends to like an old house in a weird country town. He's there. He's got like someone else's face on his face.
And finally today, we wrap up with some animal news.
I love animals.
Did you know that deceased singer Prince kept many white doves as pets?
Aw, I met a white dove the other day.
Well, the last of Prince's pet doves, Divinity, has died at the far too young age of 28.
28? Wait, pigeons live a long time, don't they?
Apparently.
Are you fucking lying? Are you being sarcastic that that's a young age?
Yes, that was a little bit of a joke because the actual life expectancy, average lifespan of a dove is about a year and a half.
Wow.
And Divinity made it to 28.
Wow. That must have had Prince magic in it. That's the only way I could... remember that Green Mile where the big guy blew on the mouse and he helped Tom Hanks urinate correctly? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Tom Hanks, turns out, lived a long time, and guess what? So did that mouse.
Yes, Divinity was a very sexy and sexually ambiguous pigeon.
Makes sense.
Rest in peace.
I feel like he might have had special magics.
Yeah. This is what it sounds like when doves die.
I swear.
Oh, shit.
I'm so pissed right now.
Well, this has been today's installment of Droopy's Bad News.
Thank you, Droopy. Fuck you, Mike. That's a show.
Yeah.
I hope everybody liked the show. Remember, like and subscribe and all that other stuff. And we'll be back next week. Right up your anal cavity.
And
we
if
got
you
Patreon.
That's right. If you like what we're doing here, there's plenty more where this came from on patreon.com/EllisMate. We do an additional 2 full shows per week in addition to Jason's Awesome World podcast.
I just added workouts to it as well.
There you go.
Don't die.
Bing, boing, poing, 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 poing. Poing, poing, poing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Fucking meow, meow. Boing, 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 boing. Big fat boy. Fucking boy. Big fat boy. Fucking boys, bing boing boing, boing fucking boing. Bing boing boing. Big fat boy.
Fucking